I didn't know, what to do or what would happen. Just knowing that they were there and the counseling and all of that, to me, was very helpful.
The collaboration between Catholic Charities and us is fantastic and just making a big difference in a lot of people's lives.
Seeing them make progress and maybe seeing their lives, them look a little bit brighter.
And somebody to encourage me, to keep going with what I'm doing.
What's impressed me about Catholic Charities is the breadth of services that we have in the community and our genuine care and compassion for all of the clients that we serve.
The HOPE program was designed to help kids who have been through trauma. But what we have learned is that trauma can cover a whole lot of things. It is so hard to be an 11, 12, or 13-year-old nowadays. Children are dealing with homelessness, they're dealing with hunger, poverty, and for most of these things and for most of these children, it's something that is out of their control. They don't realize it until someone from the HOPE program teaches them, you have control over the way you respond to this.
Kids have a lot of times come from a place that's not stable, or they view the world sometimes as an unsafe place as a result of things that have happened in their lives. The need is only growing. The numbers are only rising in violent crimes in our area. With that, you're going to see more kids who have the needs. We can't change personally the crime that happens, or we don't have control over that, but what we can do is get in and intervene and be a starting point and try and help these kids learn some ways to cope and see that the world doesn't have to always be a scary place and that there are people out there that can help them.
From a kid who thinks, I can't do anything, to learning that I can do something about this. And that's huge.
So Magruder Center exists to help the community. We aim to help people who are struggling and people who just want to have a change in their lives, a positive change. So not only do we do basic social services, we have entrepreneurship classes, workforce development programming. We have a hospitality training program, a sewing training program, but also you have people who just need someone to talk to. We have counseling services. So why we chose to do workforce development like hospitality training and sewing training and entrepreneurship training is because it aligns right with where we are as a city. The city of Nashville is thriving, and we are determined not to leave anybody behind. Because we don't just give people a fish, we want to teach them to fish, and we want to teach them to teach people to fish. So that's how we do it here.
So the program started about 2.5 years ago between the Nashville Fashion Alliance and Catholic Charities to help train up sewers for the sewing and fashion industry. It attracts people with all different kinds of goals. So some people are new to the country. They might be refugees who they're looking for their first job. There are a ton of job opportunities in the field of sewing in Nashville, and there just aren't enough sewers who are trained in those positions. We're helping to bridge that gap.
We have a lot of film production coming to town. I'm getting into costuming. I actually do work for some independent films around here, and I do work at a haunted house seasonally, so.
Employment is the vehicle to becoming self-sufficient, no matter your background. I've seen a big change in the market when it comes to Nashville. Now there are many, many employers across the city who are really desperate to hire people. And one of the things we came up with was doing workforce development.
We are trying to find new sources of employees. And in Catholic Charities, we have an opportunity to find people that have an interest in doing what we're looking for.
They've had maybe the soft skills, which may be how to interact with the people, and even if they come with a language barrier and it eliminates a week or even a day from their training plan here, they have somebody much more qualified to do that job and a lot sooner.
We're getting the benefit of good new employees that have the heart, soul, and opportunity to do some good things.
One person comes in for workforce development and we help them find a job. The good thing about it is that they come back and they want to give back. That's the uniqueness of what we do here. So we encourage people, even if we've met all of your needs, we want you to come back. We want you to be a part of Magruder because now you're a part of our family.
Catherine always tells me, like, whatever goes on, just come to me and we can find a way to, help no matter what it is. So it's just like knowing you have somebody in your corner if you ever need anything. It's really helpful.
Well, she has done a great job working with our financial empowerment coach. So she's just really making great progress in that area.
Once I get closer to graduate, I can do other programs with people who is trying to start businesses. So that's something we'll do in the future too.
I always knew that I was going to adopt. I knew it at like 16 or 17. It was like something that God put in my spirit.
I told her that our goal for the program was to find loving homes for the older children that are wards of the state. She's a caring, loving person, and she has a heart for children, and she's always going to be there for them, and she's committed to them.
And so every meeting that I had with the workers or with my kids, Denise was there. So that was comforting for me because the first year was so traumatic, especially for my oldest, because he fought me every step of the way. I did not think we was gonna make it. So that we've made it to today. I hope that I'm raising good men. Today is my grandfather's birthday. And he was so instrumental in my life because I wasn't raised with my dad. So I was sharing that with my kids to let them know how proud I am of them and that I hope one day that they could be as amazing as my grandfather was to me. Both are so determined that they are going to make it. James is very strong-willed and very opinionated, and Jawan is very soft-spoken and sometimes shy. You never know with kids. I didn't know if this was gonna work, but it's been worth it.
I'm gonna adopt, because I was adopted, and you don't know what may come out of adoption.
Some people have it all, and they cry about the little things. But then you have some people who just had so many barriers to overcome. And when you see them slowly overcoming those barriers and you get to help them and they allow you to work with them, it just gives you so much hope.
To see Catholic Charities out there, bringing people to self-sufficiency, to working with people on the tools necessary to make them self-sufficient. It's so rewarding, and we have a staff that is truly committed to bringing out the best in everyone.
I do not know what we would do here at Lead Brick Church without you guys' support and help. Our children have benefited tremendously from the support that you provide. So thank you.
Thank you, Catholic Charities, for providing a great mission and making it work at our hotel.
Thank you for helping to make our work possible.
Thank you for all you do to support Catholic Charities.
Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you! Thank you, Catholic Charities, for making an impact on my family's life.
Can shake my inmost calm while to that rock I'm clinging, since song is heard in heaven and earth. How can I keep from